This video is going to be my one and only comic book collection. I know I've never showed, not interest, but I've never really like talked about comics or anything. And it's not like I have anything special here. I thought these were pretty cool. And mind you, it's like a cool little stack. So I'm going to briefly go through them. But I actually found this whole stack, you know, for like $2 at Goodwill. I think probably a few years ago, you know, just before the pandemic. So I don't know how much these are worth. Never even bothered to look at them, but I just thought they looked pretty badass. So I'm losing my throat already. What's going on here? You know what I mean? I just started. So anyway, I thought it would have been cool to kind of go through the comic book collection that I have here. It's just a small, you know, let me see. It's just a small box. You know, there's nothing, it's not packed to the brim or anything like that. It's like half the box maybe. So I thought it would have been cool to kind of go through it just to show y'all, you know, what I have here. And I'll just start off with this one because I think my nephew gave this to me, or he left it behind. So I'll just show it here. And it's just, you know, this tiny thing. I don't know exactly where he got it from. I don't know. It looks like it might have come with like, I don't know, like a toy he probably got from Burger King or McDonald's, or I don't know, man, where the hell they would have this kind of thing. But you know, it looks like one of those things that they would just give kids to get them into comic books. So that's pretty cool, you know what I mean? But so let's get into the realness. So what I have here is Martian Manhunter. All right, this cover looks pretty badass. You can see here that I'm telling you, like, all this came in a bag. So all this, like, all this plastic that's on it, it was already on it. I haven't opened it. I kind of briefly went through it before, but you know, but here in the back you have this V for Vendetta comic book cover, which is pretty badass, right? Yeah, but this cover here, man, the Martian Manhunter looks pretty badass. I like the colors in it just because color, like green is one of my favorite colors, so that really stood out to me. Here we have the new Guardians, you know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. I thought it was pretty badass of it. I haven't went through the story like I said, but it looks like his origins or something like that, how he became, you know, Martian Manhunter or something like that. Because it says new format, 4-issue miniseries. So I don't know if that 4 means that this is a fourth, you know, the 4th installment of the series. So I mean, who knows? But all I just know is that this is a pretty cool cover, and I thought, like, you know, I thought it'd been cool to kind of take a look at it and share it with y'all, because when am I ever going to show, you know, these comics and stuff like that? I never am, and it'd just be a crime for me to just you know, keep them in this box forever. I do plan on giving them away just because, you know, I really don't have any use for them. I'll probably give them to my brother, or to my brother-in-law, to my nephew or my niece, you know, if she's interested, because she kind of likes this kind of stuff. So anyway, here I have another one. It is Stormwatch. All right, I don't know what this is. It's not a DC Marvel. It says Image there at the top. I don't know exactly what they're known for, but this is a pretty cool cover as well. Looks kind of like Kraven the Hunter versus I don't know, like a female version of Daredevil or something like that, but that looks pretty badass right there. So pretty cool cover art there. Really dig art styles when it comes to comic books. This right here I thought was, I forgot about this. This right here I thought was cool. I didn't know that they had comic book versions of this, but Gargoyles, baby. This was a great freaking show to watch after school. You know what I mean? I think, what was it, on ABC or something like that? Yeah, man, the afternoon lineup, Gargoyles. Wow, right? That's so cool. Look at that art style. It's freaking beautiful, man. That's so freaking badass. And here in the back, of course, I have one of my favorite movies to watch during Halloween, and that is Casper. But yeah, man, look at this right here. That's so cool. That's so badass right here. June 5th. Does it say what year? June 5th. It doesn't say. I thought they always did. Huh. Yeah, but that's pretty badass. I'm pretty sure this was early 2000s, maybe. It could be wrong, but because the animation looks a little newish. No, but it says from the explosive new animated series. So this comic book is from the 90s. So man, that's pretty badass. And I have another one here, you know, with Goliath being a beast. Okay, look at that. It's so badass, dude. You know what I mean? Virtual Nightmare. This one's September 8th. It doesn't say the year as well, but you know, Goliath was such a beast, bro. You know what I mean? But I was more of like a Brooklyn kind of guy. You know what I mean? So I thought it was cool that they all had their names based off like, you know, monuments or stuff from New York and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool as well. But yeah, man, Gargoyles, such a great cartoon. A great freaking comic book cover. And in the back here, I don't know if many of you guys remember, I used to have a bunch of like these Marvel cards. I don't know if it's these exactly. It kind of looks like it. But I remember having like some trading cards, and they're with Marvel characters and stuff like that. But they kind of look similar to this, but I don't think they are. But yeah, man, cool little blast from the past with this one right here. Looking at all this cool shit. I would like to open up inside and see what little advertisements they have in there. You know what I mean? And these right here, again, just like the Gargoyle ones. Let me see how many I have here. This is the cool little stack here. But let's start out with. Roger Rabbit, baby. I had no idea that they had a damn comic book collection of Roger Rabbit, bro. Look at this. That's so fucking hilarious, okay? Like, it looks really on par with how the movie was. I don't know, you know, before the movie, if he was like a major cartoon character or he was just created for the film. I think he was just created for the film, and they just kind of went off of it because of the popularity of him. But yeah, man, look at that. That's so freaking cool, right? And look at here in the back. This is another comic book. I think this one's like kind of the staples missing, so it's kind of falling apart. But yeah, so I put it in here from what I remember. But yeah, man, look at that. And of course, you gotta have Jessica Rabbit. You know what I mean? But you know, like over here trying to kidnap the old lady and trying to shoot him with that dip and stuff like that. But such a cool little like comic book, man. I had no idea that they had Roger Rabbit comic books. That's so funny. So here's another one. This one is also kind of messed up here at the sleeve, so I'll be very careful with it. And that is another one here. What is this one called? It's called High Speed Hijinks. So that's pretty cool too, right? You can see here that it's kind of tore up, so unfortunately. But pretty dope, man. Pretty badass right there. Love it. Let me see. Here's another one. Boom! This one is called Rhino Rampage. Haha. I wonder what year this came out. Because like here in the back, you can see right here Toontown and stuff like that. And down at the bottom right, it says a new ongoing monthly series coming in June from Disney Comics. It doesn't really say the year, you know what I mean? But you know, it says June 13th, but we can only assume that it's sometime in the 90s. Well, they have the Rocketeer. Look, they're advertising the Rocketeer, so it is the early 90s, right? So that's pretty badass right there. So let's see. Here's another one. I think, did I take a look at this one yet? Because there might be doubles. Oh no. So here it is. Here's another one. It's called Fabulous First Issue. Oh, nice. I didn't even realize that. Look at that. Shh. That's so cool. Look at all that detail, man. Disney Comics. I had no idea, like I said. But here in the back, all right, just ignore that little dollar sticker there. And that's what kind of pissed me off with Goodwill. Like in this bag, they had all these like stickers on the comic books. And I'm like, dude, you know, if you put it there, why not put it on the bag? I think they tried selling them individually for $1, but you know, they couldn't. So they put them all in the bag for $1. And it's like, dude, like, you're gonna screw this whole thing up. Like, now I can't take it off. You know what I mean? Which is a bummer. But anyway, look at the ice cream. Man, you know that the ice cream did not come out looking like that. You know what I mean? It came out all chueco. The eye was up here and down here, and it's like that and shit like that. But yeah, man, that's a cool little blast from the past, right? And Chippendales. Great game, great show, and an awesome movie that came out on Disney Plus as well. But this cover right here, I thought was pretty badass for this Roger Rabbit comic. Look at this one. This looks pretty bad. Like, okay, who are you fooling there, Roger?
Bruh.
Right? And, you know, for all you, Disney lovers for the NES, of course, we have DuckTales, all right? Such a great game for the console. And even, for the Switch now, actually, now that they have, or no, they didn't put it on the Switch. For the PS4, you know, the after school collection or whatever, how they called it. But great game, great movie, and this is a pretty badass cover art right here, all right? Nice. Now this one right here I thought was pretty badass, and again, it's one of my favorite games for the NES. Like I remember when I first played it, I was super addicted to it. But it is Bucky O'Hare, Okay, who is it? Bucky O'Hare Continuity Comics. Okay, I thought maybe it was like a huge publisher or something, but yeah, man, Bucky O'Hare. It was a fun cartoon from what I remember, but the video game on the NES is just so cool. The cover art is pretty badass too. I wish I knew when this came out, because it looks like it's freaking. Let me see. It looks like sometime in the 80s that this comic book must have come out. Look at the detail to this. Look at the art style. I really enjoy. You can tell like the style between Marvel, DC, and like these other companies that were what is it, like they were competing against them. They all had like their own unique style, and which is, you know, something as a kid you kind of, that's where you define it by, not so much the characters, well that too, but like you look at the art style and you're like, I like that one so much better, you know what I mean? And this style here reminds me of the Atari box cover art, which I'm a huge fan of. So cool little comic here. Bucky O'Hare, man, pretty badass. So what do we have here? We have some Marvel comics. Okay, I forgot about these. All right, so this one is Silver Sable and the Wild Pack. Oh, okay, that kind of looks like Storm. The assassin's name is Gatling. Okay, I'm not very familiar with this hero. 30th anniversary, 1962 to 1992. Okay, so that tells me that this comic came out in 92, and you know, Spider-Man must be, well, I guess because he would be featured, right? It would show it like at the top, it would say featuring, and it doesn't. I wonder if it's just, you know, just the 30th anniversary of Spider-Man and they just wanted to, you know, throw it out there, I guess. But yeah, man. And of course, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Rick Moranis, a fucking goat, all right? And that movie's freaking awesome as well. But yeah, that's Silver Sable and the Wild Pack. All right, what we have next, another Marvel one, which I never heard of these, but you know, I guess it's one of those obscure Marvel comics. This one is Sergio Aragon's Gru the Wanderer. Look at that. I never heard of these characters, but that's a interesting animation for it to be Marvel. It kind of reminds me of those comic strips that they used to have in the, I think they still have them in the newspaper. I haven't picked up a newspaper in quite a while, but it kind of has that art style to it, and I don't exactly know who these characters are. It looks like a cover art for like a Super Nintendo game or something like that as well, but cool little details. I like the characters, the way that they drew them out and stuff like that. So this would be something to take a look at. You know, it's crazy that it has Marvel on the cover. I didn't know that Marvel did this, like I said, but it says Epic Comics at the same time. Huh? It says Epic Comics, and up here it says Marvel. So who knows? Who knows what is what? You know what I mean? This was a time where everybody was sharing stuff. Everybody was kind, you know, for benefit. But now everybody's so fucking greedy. But yeah, Sergio Aragon's Gru. Super interesting looking comic. And so what do we have here? Oh, this one's not a Marvel one, but it's by Silver Wolf Comics. Let me see. This one is called The Dungeoneers. I never heard of this one before. Super interesting. It looks like all these people, like, you know, like a couple of them look like they took a time machine from the 80s, 70s, and they ended up in like the same fantasy world or something like that. That's what it looks like to me. But this one has no color, unfortunately. This one's all black and white. I wonder why that is. Maybe because this was one of those companies that didn't have the money, maybe, to, like, you know, to produce these comic books in color. So I mean, who knows? Maybe this is underrated. Maybe it's a hidden gem. Maybe it's such a great story that just never, you know, got off the ground. So that'll be pretty cool to look at. So what do we have here? This is like a little series. I had no idea that Marvel had this. Let me see, how many do I have here? I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, four of these. Okay, and oh yeah, and they're numbered too. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I guess I got the whole collection. I guess, I don't know. But number 1 in a 4-issue limited series. Oh, so I do. And that is the Jack of Hearts. Now, you guys let me know in the comments exactly who this character is. He kind of strikes me as like a Doctor Strange, you know, type of person. Like he's in that same world as them or something like that. He has like a two-face. One of the faces, he has like the heart on his eye. So maybe, you know, he kind of got his ass beat by the love of his life or something, or she freaking went to the evil side and marked him, you know what I mean, as her territory. Who knows? But it looks pretty interesting. I actually, since I have the 4-part series, I wouldn't mind actually going through this and seeing exactly what all this is. Because what if it's what if he's a character that we need in the MCU? You know what I mean? It could be wrong like most things, but you know, it's pretty cool. Pretty, like right here, look at, you have Hulk, Spider-Man, and then what is that? Oh, he's versing Hulk and Spider-Man, but then you have a Celestial, or what the hell is that down there? What is that thing called? The ones from X-Men that try to take out the mutants. It looks like that freaking thing down there. But yeah, you see the guy, that Jack of Hearts, going up against Hulk. Like, what the hell? We might need that in the MCU. Who knows, man? Hulk needs to be challenged a little bit. In the MCU, it's been a while. You know what I mean? But cool, interesting comic. Like I said, I have the whole 4-part series. So this is 1. And here is 2. This one looks pretty cool too. 2 in a 4-part. Let me see. Who is he versing here? It has Spider-Man here on the bottom. I don't know exactly what that means. Like, is Spider-Man, you know, just like the sidekick or what? Because I've only seen Spider-Man once. And I don't think I see him in this cover either. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Who knows? Like I said, I probably need to go through the story and kind of see what his story arc is. Maybe he's well needed into the MCU to kind of shake things up. Who knows? And what is here in the back? The game is next to impossible. Getting the flight jacket is a little easier. Super Cobra for the, what is this? The Intellivision? Super Cobra for, or was it for the Atari? I can't really tell. It doesn't really say the company's name, but it's probably for the Intellivision or Atari. Who freaking knows? But yeah, man, it's cool that they have these advertisements here in the back, like this one here. Some Popeye, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's pretty cool. I think that's one thing that I love most about looking at these comics is the advertisement. But let's take a look at number 3, and it is this one here. Haha. This one looks pretty cool. Looks like he's getting a little bit more deeper into the game. You know what I mean? Let me see, can we round out, or can we find any Spider-Man, anything like that? Looks like he's just a battle on freaking, on Asgard. Oh, look, I see S.H.I.E.L.D. though. Probably some S.H.I.E.L.D. serum. Maybe Hail Hydra type of situation going on there. Huh, interesting. And here in the back, at last, different croaks for different folks. All right. This one, okay, Frogger. Okay, that one was on the Atari 7800 as well, if I remember correctly, and it was on the Intellivision, I believe, as well. Because like I said, the boxes don't say Atari, don't say Intel. Oh, this one does. So these, okay, so these are like, oh, okay, duh. So they do say it. It says the Commodore, the Atari, the ColecoVision. Does it say that? Commodore, Atari. Oh, so just in Commodore Television, and even Texas Instruments. Okay. So pretty cool ad. It's a pretty old comic then in that case, you know what I mean? You know, for all you old folks out there. I'm just kidding. Oh, so, okay, so what do we have here? The last one. All right, and this one is called The Heart of the Sun. And it looks like, you know, he freaking finally got his whole potential. He got all his power and he's ready to, you know, tear some shit up. So, yeah, man, pretty cool. Like, I really dig that I have all 4 parts. I really didn't realize that until right now. So I'm really looking forward to checking that out and kind of, you know, maybe we can petition to have this fool in the MCU if he's worthy. You know what I mean? But look at that. That's pretty dope animation right there. Look at that. Dude's just freaking disintegrating and shit. So pretty dope, pretty dope. And here in the back we have a Cuber ad. And of course, like it says on all the platforms that it has it on and stuff like that. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Nice, man. I got all 4 parts. Can't wait to check it out. And so what do I have here? So all of these are pretty much the same aside from 1 or 2 of them. And I'll get to those at the end. But, okay, so let me get these out. These are all like I found interesting because I didn't think that they even made comics, or DC made comics of this series. And let me see, are they in any particular order? 16, 17, 19, 20, and 21. Okay, so I'm missing a bunch, but you know, it's cool. And it is Star Trek. Haha, and this one is called End of the Worthy. Pretty dope, pretty dope. Like I said, I didn't know that DC made Star Trek comics. By Peter David and Bill Mummy, Gordon Purcell, and Arn Starr. Okay, like I said, like the animation is pretty nice too. Let me see. Yeah, the book. Oh shit! It says the Book of Magic. What the hell is going on there? Shit! What the hell? Sorcery. But yeah, man, I think the most important thing that I like about these comics is looking at the video game ads. I'm not gonna lie, these old school gaming ads. But look at this one. Look at this Batman. You can get the Batman comic, the dailies, 1943 to 1944. That one's pretty dope. Look at Joker right there, is laughing like, ha ha ha, you will not get me, Batman. And what is this game? Not just kids get bigger kicks fighting phantoms. Phantom Fighter? What is this? It's a Nintendo game. What is Phantom Fighter? I don't know what Phantom Fighter is. Y'all let me know in the comments. I have no idea what that game is. That might be something I have to take a look at on GINP. So, and here in the back we have Clint Eastwood and Charlie Sheen in The Rookie. All right, these foods were everywhere back in the 80s. So, you know, they were one of the top guys. So here we have another Star Trek world singer. Okay, so I guess they got to go transport a singer. I set fire to the ring. One thing has influenced every presidential decision in history of the United States: the Constitution. Wow, I didn't know that they had a Constitution fucking ad. They really had to like make sure like you motherfuckers were Americans and shit. Like, are you American or are you a fucking communist? What the hell? They even had to advertise the fucking Constitution. Hey, that's hilarious, bro. Shit. Oh, look at this one. But this time he's gone too far. Beginning in the Batman Legends of the Dark Knight. Whoa, look at this one right here, bro. Wow, that's freaking badass right there. Holy crap. Is there a movie or a show about that? But this time he's gone too far. Venom when power kills. Wow. Freaking Batman's going to the dark side. That's pretty freaking awesome, dude. That's what I'm trying to see. Shit. You know what I mean? But pretty cool. You know, interesting ads. That's what, like I said, that's what I love to see the most. If you're not recycling, you're throwing it all away. Okay, so this is an ad to not litter. Okay, so I can get behind that. The fucking Constitution thing kind of threw me off. I mean, you know, I don't know what the hell that was about, but I thought that shit was funny. Lynx eats boys. Wait, Lynx eats boys lunch. Bruh. What the hell does that mean? Lynx eats boys lunch. Like it's a bee's knees or something? I have no idea what the hell. But here's the Atari Lynx. All right, they got some pretty cool games there. Blue Lightning. We also have Gates of Zendikon, Chips Challenge, introducing Clacks. Okay, Lynx plays games in living pulsing color next to Lynx Game Boy's yellow and black screen is primitive. I mean, it really is, but I mean, did you really want to waste 8 batteries trying to play a game for only 1 hour? You know what I mean? That's just how I heard it. I never had a Lynx, so, you know, don't come at me. This is just some shit that I've heard, you know, around the way. But yeah, pretty cool ad there, man. And what do we have here? Star Trek wants a hero. I need a hero. And here in the back, we have again another Lynx for $100. Is not bad. I would not mind getting a Lynx at that price right now, especially if it was new, right? But lots of great games available now, so you can see here all the cool games that they had available for the Atari. So that's pretty badass, right? And let me see, another constitutional ad. That just blows my mind. I don't know why. It's really you know, it's crazy to see that they really were trying to push that onto you. Why? You know what I mean? But because what was the 80s? Like the 80s was pretty pro-American, right? Or was it because of the whole like Cold War situation that was going on, that, you know, that they had to make sure that you were on the right side or something like that? Who freaking knows? But look at that. Here's another NES ad. Be a video warrior. Ooh, look at that. The Ultimate Warriors. World Championship Wrestling featuring the Road Warriors and other NWA wrestling stars. Ooh, NWA, straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. All right, I know that they're not talking about them, but you know, NWA is freaking goated, man. So what do we have here? Nothing else, no other ads that we kind of got to get through. Come on, man. This is one time Bill Cosby doesn't want high ratings. Bro, what? What the fuck?
Oh my god.
This is the one time that Bill Cosby, oh man, like,
you say you don't want the heart disease. You want to be careful what you drink and stuff like that. You want to watch your drink around me.
Come on, man, what the fuck? That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay, Star Trek, the world gone mad. Oh man, shit. That's, man, so freaking hilarious. Okay, That's pretty cool comics. I actually need to look at these. Now that I'm looking at the art and stuff like that, it's really dope. You know what I mean? Here's another Rocketeers ad, but look at the color and stuff like that on it. I'm pretty sure I've never seen any Star Trek episodes. The old one, the new generation. I've never even seen the movies that came out in recent years, so I know it's crazy, right? But, you know, I know a lot of people love that kind of stuff, so I probably should check it out, because who knows, maybe I'll become like a new fan or something like that. There's not really any game ads in here. Just like some movie ads and shit, which I'm not really interested in. You know, and unless you want to see Steven Seagal in Out for Justice. Look at this fool. You see him in recent years, bro? Like, this was like, you know, he's trying to do some karate shit, doing these little flips on guys that they're not even trying to fight him. It's just him being like, and stuff like that. I'll put a clip just so you guys can take a look at it, but it's freaking ridiculous. But okay, here's the last Star Trek one. It's called The Last Stand. Okay, cool. And let me see, do we have any cool little video game ads here that we can take a look at? Don't see any. The Flash, Catch TV's fastest rising star. Oh, it's appropriate, right? The movie just came out probably like a month or so ago, so that's pretty cool. The Flash, I know everybody freaking, that's like one of everybody's favorite like comic book characters. My nephew, you know, doesn't really watch the cartoons or anything. I think he heard it from somebody at school, and he's just like, oh, I like the Flash. So I'm like, I thought that was pretty cool that, you know, that he likes the character, even though like he's never heard about it aside from school. So, you know, he's learning some comic book stuff and heroes in school, so that's pretty badass. But this one, speaking of badass, look at this. The Reaper returns to Gotham City. Ooh, look at that. I love the expressions they put on Batman, bro. I love how angry and mean he looks. You know what I mean? Especially back then, you know, he looks mean and angry now, but there's something about expressions back in the day that they made him look really, really freaking cool. Even Batman back then, you know, he's supposed to be like this great guy, how conflicting it is, you know, to have so much of his power and to like, you know, so much of the world depending on him. And, you know, of course he would have like this thing against on his shoulders, like there's so much burden, the world is on your shoulders, man, you know what I mean? So I can see why he's flying angrily. You know, he needs to get some steam off. But look at Deathstroke, because that's his name, right? Deathstroke, that's a crazy name, by the way. You know what I mean? Deathstroke is probably the name of a, you know, of an adult film star. But anyway, and here is an ad for Kevin Costner in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I've never seen that movie. I hear it's great, but I would like to check it out. So here is the final ones. This one I'm just gonna quickly show you guys, just because like I didn't know DC even did this comic either. And this one's probably like mid 2000s, probably like 2007 or something like that. So it's like a Looney Tunes one, because in the back it's like those ninja, those Lego ninjas. You know, and I remember these commercials from like 2007 or something like that. But yeah, Marvin the Martian, one of the dopest, underrated, you know, Looney Tune characters of all time, man. Like I said, green is my favorite color, and it's just like the way it just stands out. So, all right, so the last one I have here is a graphic novel of The Simpsons. It's called Simpsons Comics Clubhouse, which is pretty cool. You know, like has all these great comics in here. You know, pretty much. I don't know if they are episodes of The Simpsons or is just something that they created. So it'd be pretty cool if you're a Simpsons fan to kind of go through it. I love The Simpsons. I just, you know, I remember watching it here and there. I was not a huge fan. I know there's a lot of people out there who are huge fans of Simpsons. So this would be a pretty cool thing to own, right? But one thing that I found really interesting is the back part. And I know you guys are going to love this. All right, look at that. You have Flanders chasing a mushroom as Luigi while like these little balls are coming out to knock him out. And then you have Marge, Homer as Donkey Kong, Bart as Mario, and Lisa as Sonic. Bro, look at Marge, bro. She is such a baddie. You know what I mean? She's hot. All right, look at that. I mean, that was a great fucking choice, whatever they did here. You know what I mean? And I was kind of thinking, like, where's Maggie at? And I was thinking, she can't be the mushroom, because it would be freaking weird for Flanders to be chasing Maggie as a mushroom. So, but nonetheless, man, this is a pretty cool back cover, and I thought it would have been dope to kind of show you guys. But yeah, so that was the Simpsons Clubhouse. But yep, that's pretty much my whole comic book collection. Like I said, I really have no use for them. I'm probably gonna give them away to you know, my nieces and nephews, just because they're more, you know, it seems like the comic book era of stuff like in anime is really blown up over the years. So a lot of these young kids and teenagers have like different likes than what we had when we were kids. Like for me, I liked comics, but for the most part you had to kind of hide it because you didn't want to be made fun of, you know what I mean? And I definitely didn't want to go through all that bullshit when I was a kid, which is freaking ridiculous, because like, you know, like who made up the rules? You know what I mean? It was just the way that pop culture was presented to us, and that nerds were nerds, and like you were a loser if you were this. And it's, I definitely don't agree with that. I think it's freaking ridiculous. So I could kind of go through these and look at them, but I think you know, my nieces and nephews would benefit a whole lot more taking a look at these. They'd be more interested in this kind of stuff. So let me know at the bottom what you guys think of this comic book collection. Like I said, it's not the greatest. I don't have anything here that's really you know, that stands out or anything, but there's some pretty cool, interesting ones, at least that I found, like the Gargoyles one or the Roger Rabbit one, you know, for the most part. But let me know at the bottom what y'all think about the collection. Let me know about your collection. What's your favorite comic in your collection, graphic novel, whatever, you know what I mean? Let's talk about it down in the comments. And if you like what you saw here, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and smash that notification bell so you know every time I drop one of these videos. So muchas gracias, fam, for coming through and kicking it on this random episode on Brain Slush TV. I appreciate y'all coming through, and I will catch y'all in the next one. All right, deuce.